Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy HD MMA back at it again with another prediction video. This one we got was a UFC Vegas 111, some shit like that. We got fucking Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown for the main event. I'm gonna be predicting the entire fight card, giving you my prediction for the entire fight card. We got another fucking Apex slop AI generated sixth, seventh layer of hell card tomorrow night, but it is all good. It is all good because next weekend we are going to get fucking JDM versus Islam in this bitch, UFC 320. If you're hyped for that, leave it in the comments below. But now tomorrow we have to suffer through this bullshit. But I'm with these low hype cars, usually there's some pretty good finishes on here. I know last weekend we had some pretty good finishes. I'm hoping this card continues with the shit. So yeah, let's dive right into this. I'm like fucking, I'm like Dana White. I'm busy, everybody. I got shit to do. I do have something to do, something I want to do after this. So I'm gonna try and rattle these off quicker, not yap as long like I'm doing right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go through the whole card, starting with the first fight on the prelims all the way to the main event. First fight on the prelims, we got Zachary Reese versus Jackson McVeigh. This was supposed to be Robert Valentin, but he pulled out. So now we got Zachary Reese. In the previous matchup, Jackson McVeigh versus Robert Valentin, I had McVeigh by second round TKO. And in this fight, I also got him by second round TKO. I think Zachary Reese is pretty breakable. He got finished on the ground by Asmat Bakoyev. And I think Jackson can do something similar as well, take him down. He's got a lot of submissions on his record, so he's got good ground game. I think he can take Zachary Reese down, control him, hit him with some ground and pound, finish him up in the second round. In the striking, I think Reese, they're the same size, same reach, so I think it'll be pretty equal in the striking. Reese might be a little bit cleaner at moments, especially with like the kicks. I know he likes to throw a lot of kicks. That's how he nut-shotted Dumas, but I think McVeigh can take him down and control him and ground and pound him. So yeah, I'm going with Jackson McVeigh. Moving on, we got Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos. I'm going with Daniel Marcos by unanimous decision. Johns, he definitely has more power in the hands, and he does his best work when he trades in the pocket. When he trades in the pocket with this guy, he can knock out pretty much anybody at bantamweight. Not everybody. He can knock out anybody at bantamweight. He is very powerful, but he does back up a lot, especially when you feint at him. That's something that happened in the Mario Batista fight. Mario Batista, he was like constantly feinting at Miles Johns, getting him to back up a lot, and that opened him up for a big flying knee that TKO'd him. But he is very susceptible to a lot of feints and pressuring with those feints. If you move forward and feint at him, he does back up a lot. And he is very low activity that comes with his power. He doesn't really throw much on the feet, except for his power shots in the pocket up close. And I think Marcos, he has a very pressure heavy style, very pressure heavy with front kicks to the body and a lot of boxing combinations, which he can use to back up Miles Johns to the fence and kind of tee off on him. He has very good shot selection. Like, he picks his shots very well with his combinations too. Not only doesn't just throw to throw, he puts together his combinations to effectively pressure people back to the cage, and he does have some pretty good power in the hands. Or not pretty good. Like, he can hurt you with his hands, with his boxing. he is not very good at going backwards. Not very good on the back foot. He does kind of open up and get like very just kind of shrivels up when he's on the back foot backing up. But I don't think Miles Jones will be able to back up and really put a pace on Daniel Marcos. I think Daniel Marcos is going to be the one that's pressuring forward, putting the pace on Miles Jones, and I think that's going to be the way Daniel Marcos is going to win this fight. He's just going to move forward, piece up Miles Jones, pressure him up against the fence with front kicks, with boxing combinations, all the way to the unanimous decision. So yeah, I'm going with Daniel Marcos. Moving on, we got Tisha Pennington versus Denise Gomez. I wanted to do a fucking Key and Peele skit. Key and Peele fucking substitute teacher bit with Denise Gomez over here, but I didn't have time to research it, so we're just going normal with the prediction. Yeah, I'm going with Denise Gomez by a first round TKO. I think Tisha Pennington, or Tisha Torres if you're an OG. Tisha Pennington, she just kind of like bounces around at range, doesn't really do much. She just, as soon as people comes in, let me finish my first point. As soon as people comes in, she just kind of throws a right overhand and just kind of dips off at an angle. And then if you cut her off, she just like throws hooks and trades with you in the pocket. And I think Denise Gomez, she has good power in the hands for a woman, especially a woman at strawweight. In this weight class, she has good counters and good pressure for with her power, and I think she'll be able to back up Tisha Pennington. She'll be able to back her up to the fence, counter her, and if Pennington wants to get reckless and trade hooks, I think Gomez has way more power than her, and I think if Pennington trades with Gomez, I think Gomez will sleep her or hurt her badly in the exchange with a hook of her own, and finish the fight from there. So I think and I also think Gomez can find Pennington when she tries to throw that right overhand and dip off on that angle. I think she can find her with like a good right hook or something like that on the for a counter. So yeah, I'm going with Denise Gomez by first round TKO. I don't think she'll flatline Pennington, but I do think she'll hurt her bad with like a hook in the pocket when Pennington tries to trade. So yeah. Moving on, we got Josh Hokett versus Max Gimenez. I'm going with Gimenez by second round sub. Hey y'all, editing HD MMA here. So at this point in the video, when I was recording, I disconnected the cable to my mic, and my mic turned off and didn't record any of the rest of the audio. When I started recording and I plugged it back in, so I had to do this over again and record the rest of the fights and the rest of my picks for all of the rest of the fights again. So please bear with me, and that's why my vibe in the second half of this recording may sound different. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Peace. All right, moving on. We got Mayra Bueno Silva versus Jacqueline Cavalcante. I'm going with Cavalcante by unanimous decision. I think she can outstrike Bueno Silva, and I think she can defend the takedowns and the grappling of Bueno Silva, and that's all I wrote down in my notes. So I'm going with that. Moving on, we got Ricky Simone versus Honey Barcelos. I'm going with Barcelos by split decision. I think he can outstrike Simone. The only thing I'm worried about is the chin of Barcelos, um, who he's been dropped by Cody Garbrandt. He's been KO'd by Umar Nurmagomedov. So I'm worried about that. Simone, he does hit hard. He does have power at 35, but he only really gets his knockouts when he's on the front foot and pressuring. When he's on the back foot, he does kind of shell up and not really throw that much and decrease his activity. So I think Raoni Barcelos can do that to him. I think he can pressure him forward with the striking, or pressure him back with the striking, and I think he's a better grappler than Ricky Simone. He's more well-rounded, has more of a submission threat than Ricky Simone, who just kind of wrestles and tries to control you. So I think he can grapple and look for submissions against Ricky Simone on the ground, and I think he can, pressure Barcelos with the striking. And Barcelos does have some sneaky power in the hands, so I think he can put some pepper on Ricky Simone while he's pressuring him forward. So I'm going with Barcelos by split decision. I think Ricky Simone might be able to hurt him with maybe like an overhand or something like that, but I think Barcelos can control the fight in the striking and in the grappling. So I'm going with Barcelos as a sneaky underdog. Moving on to the headliner of the prelims, we got Haider Emil versus Jamal Emmers. I'm going with Jamal Emmers as a sneaky underdog. So I think both these guys, they both go into the fire. They both, throw caution at the wind and are very wild on the feet. Throw a lot of, trade a lot in the pocket and throw a lot of long-witted combinations. But I think Jamal Emmers has more one-shot KO power than Haider Emil, who in all of his, knockout, all of his KO, TKO finishes, he's throwing very, very long combinations. And he's, it's a lot of, standing TKO finishes, whereas Jamal Emmers, in his knockouts, he typically hurts people with one shot really badly, or hits them with one shot and flatlines them. So, I think Jamal Emmers, when these guys trade, I think Jamal Emmers is going to have a way higher chance of hurting Haider Emil, who just got, knocked out by Jose Delgado, who is a good striker and a good prospect, but he just got knocked out by Jose Delgado. And I think Jamal Emmers has more power than Haider Emil in the hands. And I think when these guys trade, Jamal Emmers is going to be able to hurt Haider Emil more than Haider Emil is going to be able to hurt Jamal Emmers. And I think Jamal Emmers is going to be able to put him away in the first rounds. In the first round. So I'm going with the Jamal Emmers by first round TKO as a sneaky little underdog. It's a sneaky underdog by me, that really is. Moving on to the first fight on the main card, we got Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD, versus Marco Tulio. I'm going with Marco Tulio by split decision. I think Marco Tulio is going to be able to back up Christian Leroy Duncan, who CLD, he is a very good, very unique, creative striker, sets up his shots well, great striker at range. I think Marco Tulio is going to be able to do what Gregory Rodriguez did to CLD at a lesser level, because he's not as big and physical, but I think he's going to be able to implement a very grappling heavy, pressure heavy game plan against CLD, who Marco Tulio, that's not completely foreign to him. He did that in his first Contender Series fight when he showed up on the Contender Series the first time against Yusri Belgari. He did that to Yusri Belgari, kind of, a lot of grappling, a lot of control, and pressured him back. And I think he's going to be able to do that in this fight. So, yeah, I'm going with Marco Tulio by a split decision. Maybe I do see Christian Leroy Duncan kind of picking apart Tulio. Picking apart Tulio at range in some moments in the fight, but I think for the majority, it's going to be Marco Tulio pressuring heavy, grappling heavy. So, yeah, I'm going with that. Moving on, we got Ishmael Bonfim versus Chris Padilla. I'm going with Ishmael Bonfim. Fuck, this is my second time recording this. If I don't edit this, go and edit it back. It's my second time recording because my fucking microphone cable decided to come out and not record any of my audio after I plugged it back in. So, and I had a fucking joke for Ishmael Bonfim that I don't want to. Fuck it, I'll say it again. Ishmael Bonfim, he's got a damn Old Testament name. He wasn't born. He was he was begotten. It's still making me laugh. He wasn't born. He was begotten, and he got bullied to fuck when he was a kid, with Gabriel Bonfim being like 6'1" and way bigger than him. He got ultra bullied. He got the fucking Conor McGregor. I put my hand in his forehead, suck on where he stands. He got that shit. He got the grab his fucking toy, raise it up high, fucking trying to make him jump and try and grab it and shit. Jesus, I need water. Yeah, I'm going with Ishmael Bonfim. I think he has a more traditional, well-rounded striking game, whereas Chris Padilla, he throws a lot of elbows, like stepping elbows and in close and elbows in close, like up against the cage, which can probably cut open Bonfim, who has had a fight stopped due to doctor stoppage from his eye being swollen up by a kick in the Muslim Sadikov fight. So not Muslim Sadikov, fucking Nazim Sadikov in that fight. So yeah, I do think Padilla might be able to open up a Bonfim, but I think Bonfim is gonna be able to kick at him at range, box him at range for most of the fight, and I think Bonfim is gonna be able to grapple with Chris Padilla, who is a predominant grappler. That's where most of his wins come from. They come from submission. So yeah, I do think Bonfim is going to be able to grapple with him too. So I got Bonfim by unanimous decision. Moving on, we got to the featured fight. We got Muslim Salikov versus Uros Medic. Center this. I got Muslim Salikov by second round TKO. I think he's going to be able to find Medic on the feet. And this fight is open stance. I see Muslim Salikov hitting Medic with body kicks and then sneaking a head kick up top on Medic. And Medic, who is a good kickboxer, he is very open defensively, especially when you like blitz at him and rush him. He backs up with his chin up in the air and with his hands down. That's how he got caught by Soriano. So yeah, I think Salikov is more defensively responsible than Medic, and I think he's gonna be able to sort of like have the better defense, land the cleaner shots on Medic, and yeah, I think he's gonna get it done by second round TKO. Like I said, slam body kick, flip up a head kick on Medic. So yeah, I'm going with Muslim Salikov by second round TKO. moving on, we got the co-main event: Matt Schnell versus Joseph Morales. I'm going with Matt Schnell by unanimous decision. I don't think Joseph Morales is going to be able to hurt Matt Schnell, or not hurt, be able to KO Matt Schnell and put him out. I think Matt Schnell, although he does get dropped a lot and does get chinned a lot, he does recover well from it, and he has a very very blockhead style. He likes to trade in the pocket a lot. I think when these guys trade in the pocket, I think Matt Schnell is going to be able to get the better of those exchanges. And Joseph Morales, who isn't the best striker, most of his wins come from submission. He's primarily a grappler. I think Matt Schnell is going to be able to strike with them on the feet and get the better of the exchanges. And I think Matt Schnell is going to be able to defend the takedowns of Joseph Morales and grapple with him and get up from the ground if he does get taken down. So I'm going with Matt Schnell by unanimous decision. Moving on to the co-main. Not the fucking co-main. The main event: Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. I'm going with Randy Brown as another sneaky underdog. That's a sneaky underdog main event pick. I'm going with Randy Brown by second round TKO. So Gabriel Bonfim, who in his last fight, he robbed Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He had a really hard time getting past the lead hand in the jab and basically the entire lead side of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who was piecing him up with the boxing at range, especially in round 2. And he got rocked by Stephen Wonderboy Thompson with a head kick. And Randy Brown, he's longer, taller, more powerful, and faster than Wonderboy. And what does Randy Brown have? He has good boxing and a good jab. He has a very active, good jab that he can put on Gabriel Bonfim, ping him up at range with a jab, uses reach with it. And I think he's going to be able to. I think he's also going to be able to, after hitting Bonfim with that jab, I think he's going to be able to sneak a right hand after it and hurt Bonfim with it. He also has good front kicks and some good knees too. That's also a thing Randy Brown has. Is he has some knees he can throw on Bonfim, and I also think he can defend the takedowns of Bonfim. He hasn't really been taken down or controlled in any of his most recent fights. So I'm going with Randy Brown by a second round TKO. He finds a right hand after picking him up with the jab. So those are my picks. That's my second fucking time recording this since my dumbass microphone wants to fuck up. And I got something to do. So I hope you guys enjoy the fights. Enjoy your weekend. Like and sub to the channel. Sub for my reaction to this card, my instant reaction to this card when it's over, and my picks and reactions. Reaction for UFC 322. So I hope you guys like the video, and without further ado, peace. I'm out of here.